Have you ever listened to a snippet of a song and it made your ears happy? And it's as if everything around you had just stopped and you were living in the song. Well, that's how I felt when I first heard Mac Miller at the age of 13. I had instantly fallen in love with his music, and I was able to find an artist who was struggling with mental health like me. When I think of a hero, I think of someone who has saved me in any type of way or someone I can look up to. And that's why I picked Mac Miller. Today, I'm going to be telling you about his life, some facts about him, and then his impact he had on me. So to give you a little background on Mac Miller, he was born on January 19th, 1992 in Point Breeze, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There he lived with his mom, his father, and his brother Miller, but he unfortunately died September 7th, 2018 in Studio City, California from an accidental drug overdose, and he was only 26 when he passed away. However, he had still made an impact, which I will get to later. So his real name is Malcolm James McCormick, and he got the name Mac from his grandfather because his grandfather used to call him Mac. So for a while, his rapper name was Easy Mac, and then he decided that wasn't going to work. So he decided to change it to Mac Miller, which he got Miller from his brother's name. Growing up, Mac always got into trouble. He wasn't a good student. He didn't really care for school. So he would always skip classes, and while he was doing that, he would pass out his CDs to his friends, classmates, or whoever he would see in the halls. And he did get into a little bit of legal trouble when he was younger. He was a little rascal, as they had said in the article. Growing up, he had kept a little-known faith in his life. His father was Catholic, and his mother was Jewish. So he really wasn't brought up in a way or in a house where religion was forced on him. He kind of had free reign. And it's kind of how my family is. My father's Catholic, and my mom's Jewish, so that's also why I really like Mac Miller, is because we have that little connection. And I don't really know a lot of people whose parents are Catholic and Jewish and who celebrate it together. So I thought that was awesome that Mac Miller and I share that same kind of trait. So some facts about Mac Miller is at the age of 14, he came out with his first mixtape called But My Mackin' Ain't Easy in 2007. And then a few years later down the road, he wanted to get signed by a record label. So he went to Rostrum Records, and unfortunately they had said no to him at first, but they knew that he had potential, so they told him to come back, which he did, and he came back with the album Kids. And when the president of Rostrum Records had heard it, it had convinced him, and Mac later signed with them in July 2010. In Mac's music career, he had only received one award. Unfortunately, because he did pass away, he received a Grammy at the 61st Grammys, which was in 2019, and it was for his album Swimming that came out in 2018. Next, I'm going to tell you why I look up to him and how he has made an impact on my life. To start off, I found him at a really, really hard time in my life. My mother was diagnosed with cancer, my grandmother was diagnosed with cancer, my grandfather had gotten really sick, and my father had gotten sick. So it was a really, really hard time for me because 4 important figures in my life it felt as if they were at the end. And I didn't know what to do. I was lost. And so I turned to Mac Miller's music because I was like, I really, really like this, and it connects with me. And he is someone who understands the same pain that I had gone through. Because when my grandmother, my father, my grandfather, and my mother were all in the hospital, in and out, it was really hard. So I would just put on my headphones and I would listen to him, and it was as if nothing bad had ever happened. Another reason why I like Mac Miller is because he is a mental health advocate. And I am strong in mental health. I am one that struggles with anxiety, and I have depression episodes every now and then. And it's nice because to get out of that little funk I get into, or whenever I'm super stressed or overwhelmed, I just put on Mac Miller and I feel fine. I feel as if nothing had happened. So I use Mac Miller as like a coping mechanism. It was kind of as like my music therapy. So another reason why Mac Miller is one of my heroes and someone I look up to is my senior year. I was the class of 2021, so we were still in the pandemic, and there were still things that we weren't able to do. Like, we weren't able to have fall football games. We didn't have any dances that were affiliated with the school. We had to do all that on our own. And so at any type of function, any type of dance, anything, we would always try to play the Spins by Mac Miller because we had made that our grade song. Another reason why is on Valentine's Day this past year, my mother had gotten me a Mac Miller record, and I had bawled my eyes out. It was the best gift I've ever received, and my dream was to see him live, but unfortunately I wasn't able to. But having this record and playing it in my record player, it just makes it feel as if he's here. In conclusion, I have told you about his life, some facts about him, and how he has impacted me. To this day, I still listen to Mac Miller, and I'm going to recommend 2 songs that I would like for you guys to go and listen to if you would like. 2 songs I recommend is Good News and Spins. Good News is more of a slower song, and it's more just relaxing. And then Spins is more of a hyped up if you're at a party, if you're at the pool. It just makes you smile, and you always bob your head with it. And I also want to end this speech with a quote from Mac Miller. No matter where life takes me, find me with a smile. And I like that quote because it's true. No matter where life takes me, I'm always going to have a smile on my face. And that's